Looking for help in nursing school? I could tutor you and tell you everything you need to know for your next exam content-wise, but that's actually not going to help you as much as you think it's going to. That is, it's not going to help you unless I also teach you how to think about that content. Because in the end, you're not actually being tested on the content directly in nursing school. This is the big disconnect that always trips up students. You're actually being tested on how to think about the content that they're trying to get you to study. Because that's what NCLEX is testing you on too. And that's what it means to think like a nurse. So not only do you need to know the content, or at least some of the content, not as much as they try to make you think you do, by the way. It's even more important that you learn how to think about the content, which means you have to learn to think like a nurse. And if you want to learn to think like a nurse, you have to learn how to study like a nurse first. Because once you can study like a nurse, you're going to learn to think like a nurse. And then when you get to your test, you're going to know how to think like a nurse to think through those exam questions. It means you're finally going to understand what the exam questions are asking. You're going to understand when you narrow it down to 2 answers, it's going to be a lot more clear which one is correct and which one's the best distractor. And you're going to be less tempted to change your answers because when you select your answer, you're going to have a clear rationale in your own mind about why you chose it. So you're not going to second guess yourself and change it to the wrong answer and move on. It's why I don't do a lot of one-on-one tutoring on content because honestly, I feel like I'm just taking your money in that case without really helping you in the way that you need to be helped. Which is why I can help you so much better in my VIP tutoring membership for a much lower cost than one-on-one tutoring would cost. Even though it's group tutoring sessions, we're focusing on how to study like a nurse so you can think like a nurse. And of course, you can ask me all the content questions you want, either at the live group tutoring sessions or in the private members-only forum. And I will answer them for you and you will understand it. But more importantly, I'm going to point you in the direction of how to understand that content in the way that nurses understand the content. Because if I just give you a list of facts and topics to memorize, you're not going to pass your exams. And then you'd be wasting your money with a tutor anyway. But when I show you the strategies for how to think through that content for yourself, then you don't actually even need a one-on-one tutor because you're going to become an independent self-learner who knows how to study like a nurse so you can think like a nurse. In fact, you can get an overview of my whole study strategy if you go to the link in my bio and look for the free Silver Bullet Study System training. It's only 20 minutes and it will change your nursing school study habits forever.